Guys, so finally I'm doing another tips video, and this is just a series that I try to keep up on, and anytime I get ideas I think about all the tips that I can share with you guys, and then I make a video on it. I don't think I've made one in a long time. I've made one on YouTube gurus like starting out. I've made one on people finding out about your YouTube. I've made one, I don't know all the ones I've made them on, but yeah. I did make one recently about Mean Girls, but I haven't uploaded it yet because I accidentally deleted it and the quality wasn't that good anyway, so I'm thinking I will film it. Okay, so this one is just about guys that are online and how to be careful and what to look for to make sure that they're real. So it's very easy to feel like these guys are real, and most of them are, but it's very hard you can't just assume that they're real. So I do have some tips here written down and some facts and stuff. First of all, this can be really dangerous to be messing around with a guy that you don't know online. I'm pretty sure that everyone knows that. It's just, you just never know who's behind the other computer. Also, my second fact is that anonymous guys, and the reason that I say anonymous is because you don't know, they could be girls, and I'll get to that in a minute. Anonymous guys, they know exactly what to say because they planned it out. They planned out if you ask them certain questions what they're going to answer, and they just know exactly how it's going to work out, and they know how to fool you and pull you in. So it's also very dangerous in that way. And also, a lot of what I mean about girls is that a lot of girls are looking for attention, and they know the best way to do that is to make a fake account, and maybe like just because guys can get more attention than girls can, so it's a little bit different if they were to make a account for a hot girl. You know, girls fall over guys a lot of the time, and you know, guys are a little bit different, so that's why a lot of girls make fake accounts as guys. So yeah, that's my last fact, is that a lot do it for attention. First I'm going to tell a little story before I get on to my little tips down here. So when I was in first grade, I had this huge crush on this guy, and, his name is Cameron, and I don't know why I'm telling you guys this, like what his real name was, but I just think it's a good name, so, and I have always wondered what happened to him. I went to a private school, so you know, he left right after first grade, and then, like, when I was in, like, third or fourth grade, I found out that, well, I already knew in first grade that another Olivia that I was really good friends with, she also had a crush on him, but then in, like, fourth or fifth grade, I found out that, one of my other friends also did, so obviously this is a hot little first grader. So, recently, around October or November, I think it was, like, the beginning of November, I decided to look him up on Facebook, and I found him, and I was like, oh my god. So I wrote him, I was like, are you the same kid that went to blah blah blah, you know, I think I remember you, I knew you from first grade or whatever. And so he wrote back like a week or two later, and he was like, I don't think I remember you, but I did go to that school. I was like, oh, okay. And then he was like, never mind, I do remember you, I just looked through the yearbook. So we had a long conversation. You know, some things were a little bit awkward. He was like, you know, he would call me hey baby and stuff, and I was thinking, you know, no, we're not going to do that right now, you know. He lived 2 hours away, like he didn't live in my city anymore. This is really recently, like it's just a few months ago. I'm like, you know, I was just talking to him, I was like, you know, oh my gosh, I can't believe this, and you live 2 hours away now, it's crazy. So anyway, recently I found out that a girl made up this account. I've been talking to a girl all this time, and I don't know, obviously she did it for attention. I shouldn't have known because he only had like 30 or 40 friends on Facebook. And I found out from another friend of that girl. So she wrote on his Facebook, and she was like, hey Shina or whatever, I know that you made this up. I was thinking, what? So I wrote her, and I was like, hey, you know Cameron? And she wrote back, and she's like, well, my friend made this account up. And I was like, I could not believe it. So you just have to be really careful. So, I mean, he is real. That's actually, I think, a real picture of him because it looks just like him. But I have no clue how to contact him. I want to contact the real him because, you know, it's just crazy. So you just have to be really careful. So for months now, I've been thinking that I've been talking to this guy that I was in first grade with, but really I've been talking to a girl. So it's crazy. Okay, so the first tip, and a lot of people should know this, but sometimes people still feel a little bit iffy about it. Don't give personal information. Okay, that's so important. Don't give your phone number. Obviously, don't give your address out. Don't lead hints to where you live. Don't be like, oh, I live in, Austin, Texas, or I don't know. I just made that up. Just be really careful not to give information out. It's really important. Number 2 is don't mention your school, where you go. Don't mention schools that are near you, because even though you're not mentioning where you actually go, it's still really dangerous. Don't mention, like, what colors you wear. Don't be like, yeah, I'm wearing my red and white pride, or I don't know. Just because it's so easy for people that are fake, guys online to look it up and figure out so that they can stalk you or come find you or whatever. I'm not trying to scare you. I'm just trying to prepare you. It's a big difference. Look for odd things. And that would be, in my case, I should have known, like, I wanted to text him, and I was like, can you text? What's your number or whatever? And I actually did give him my number because obviously I thought it was the real him. And nothing bad happened, obviously, because it's just this girl, but he sent me he sent me a voicemail a voicemail from a private number, and she used that, I guess, that auto machine that, I guess you can do it on the computer, and you change your voice, you, like, type in the words, and it, like, you make the voice or whatever. So she made it sound like a guy, and she was just like, I love you, baby, or whatever. It was really stupid. So just look for odd things. If they can't text, if they don't have their phone, fake Cameron, he, in the beginning, he said that he was not going to be getting his phone for a week. Just look for odd things that don't sound right. Most everyone has a cell phone. It's only going to be a few times that somebody's phone is broken and they can't find it, or they can't find their charger or something. I don't know. They make up lame excuses so that they can just keep talking to you online, and so that they can keep it real and keep it alive, because they don't want you spreading the word that they're fake or something like that. If they don't have a lot of friends on Facebook or something, or on MySpace, if you still do MySpace, I don't know, I don't do that anymore. If they don't have a lot of friends, that's weird. Okay, that means that they've recently made a fake account. Look to see if if it looks like it's a fairly new account. If they don't have a lot of wall posts, if the wall posts just go back to, like, let's say January, if they don't have a lot of photos, if there's, like, 2 photos in the last, like, the first one was uploaded, like, 2 weeks ago, then that's suspicious, that's weird, that means that they just made the account. Obviously, some people could have this account going on for years and you wouldn't even know it. So it's obviously really hard. These are just a few tips. And then also, something else to look out for is if they claim to know somebody, then that could obviously make you a little bit more like, oh, maybe I should talk to you or something. But if your friends don't seem to know who this is, and you also need to check in his friends and see if he has any mutual friends, like if he claims to live right near you, or something like that. You just want to see if he has mutual friends. That's really hard. You also should look down in his wall posts and see if, like, other girls have written him, or if sometimes he'll let you see what he's written on other people's wall posts. It's just really important to, search his Facebook and make sure that he looks real. It's not stalking, it's making sure that you're safe while talking to someone that you don't really know. It's really important, obviously. I think those are all the tips I have. If you guys have any questions, please do not hesitate to write down below. If you are talking to someone right now and you want me to check them out, or you want to ask me, something's weird, whatever, just please write me, message me, maybe talk to me on Formspring, and I can anonymously write back so you don't have to tell your name, anything like that. It's really important that you stay safe when talking to guys online or anybody online, because it's just a dangerous situation. Sometimes it can be fun because you feel like they really like you and stuff, but sometimes it's always, like, only games. So just be really careful, and I love you guys, and thank you so much for 900. I'm so close to 1,000, and I'm pretty sure I'm going to do a room tour when I get to 1,000, so spread that along to your friends, and I hope you guys like this tip video, and I will talk to you guys later. Bye!